Hello, welcome back to Remnant Lunar Archon, Session 88. It's been a pleasure. We're not over, I don't know why I said that. We're coming back for the first time in a little bit. We took a month or two off to take a breath for Christmas, to do a one-shot run by Chris. If you haven't watched Amnesia, go do that. Not right now, though. Keep watching this. So we're back for a little bit, and given the time, I think it's appropriate to go ahead and give a bigger recap. So I'm not going to ask anyone. You're welcome, guys. Back when the whole thing began, back in session numero uno, the party had all received their own letters from a mysterious man requesting them to come to Keenite. The party came largely from Vale, having all ended up going to Myocene together, running into each other, realizing each of them had invitations from this same Josiah Bellathor. After taking down a kobold group that was nearby, saving most of them, the party eventually made their way through Feldspar and onto Keenite, taking down a commune of slaves and worshippers run by a Lamia named Lacephine, but she's irrelevant now. Inside of her commune, which was built inside of an old temple of Aether, the god of light, was a door. A vault that, according to the script around it, this old draconic from before the schism, before the gods abandoned the world. Supposedly, there is a divine spear that Aeon, a god of darkness and destruction, may never return. The party has resolved to find the 4 swords that act as keys to this door. They ended up beginning their search heading south to Schist and onto some different areas, making friends along the way, before finding their way to Sheer via a plot to stage a coup, to have a civil war take place. They ended up taking down Selxander, the would-be usurper of the throne, taking their first sword. Should have had it up so I could read the name. The first Keyblade, as it were.
Scorching Solarium.
The Scorching Solarium. Taking the Scorching Solarium, they began to continue making their way around, heading toward Vacuo, where they'd been invited to a performance, making some friends along the way, learning stories about their own past, learning from each other, picking up some new friends along the way, losing some here and there, whether it be to death, as with their first party mate back in Myocene, or others who were summoned off by their god to go help elsewhere. Eventually, the party arrived in Vacuo, and through a series of sessions with lots and lots of roleplay, they got a lot of information, worked with a bunch of different people, made lots of connections, got some ideas of where to go next, kind of running down the idea that their main leads are these witches north of Calcite, a previous lord of Dyke off to the west, and to the south, the Lord of Nace, Sanada Tatsui, who the party was somewhat intimidated by after meeting him in Vacuo, but has resolved to go there at some point to take him down and retrieve his blade. The party then made their way over to Calcite, heading north from it to where they are now, in the swampy forest above Calcite, where they believe hags have taken control of the forest for however long it's been, and that these hags have one of the swords. They found a special rhyme that supposedly will allow anyone to be able to travel through the wood without any error. But forgoing that, they decided to trek in the wood on their own by their own devices. At this point, they're somewhat lost as they make their way into the unknown territory. They eventually found a wrecked ship that looked as though it came in when the waters would have been much higher and crashed and landed here, or otherwise wrecked. Looking around, they found that 3 statues, wooden figures, stood around the boat, looking outward. Getting into the boat, John Halston reached down and touched the small strong box that was still stuck underneath one of the benches, or underneath one of the pieces of the boat. As he touched it, the 3 wooden humanoid figures all turn to look at him as we begin initiative. Which I guess I should bring us over to that page if everyone wants to roll initiative. With our party members, Garand Evenstar, Gambit, Doug, Jackie the Jackal, John Halston, and Thicket of the Forest. It is Thursday, the 4th of July, 4:17 post-schism at 4 p.m. The sun...
Someone insert eagle noise.
Let's see, I need to make sure I have my notes available. Bonk. There it is.
Having some issues finding the correct one.
Okay, make sure you can go into the searching for the right place to join, and then make sure to type in Caro to select the Remnant Lunar Archon, because the previous one that it's going to default to was for Chris's game.
Yeah, so I typed in that, but then it just said, what did it say? Oh, the PW.
Let me send that in the Discord.
Oh.
Don't say it.
Uh-oh. That's not what I was going to say. I missed what you guys just said, so never mind. Why didn't I get all that background when I joined? I didn't know half of that crap.
I don't know, because we didn't.
Well, because your character didn't know
Yeah,
that.
your character didn't know,
Yes,
but
I
now
realized that.
It's been a while. You've kind of got some ideas, so, now you know.
Most of that has not come up diegetically.
It happens, man.
John doesn't need to know.
Doesn't need to know a lot, apparently. John doesn't know anything. He's clueless.
He's just along for the ride. This is his midlife crisis.
Hi, child.
He's fine.
Thank you.
Himboification of John.
I just want to point out, if I did that right, I have a nat 20 there on that initiative.
Nice. Take a hero point if you're not at max.
I thought everybody was at max at this point. Is that not right?
It is highly likely that everyone is at max right now.
So is it the dots is full means you used it, or dots is empty means you have them?
Empty means you have it, because you check
Okay.
them off as you go, and when you check all of them off, it disappears from combat.
Nice, plug in it.
All right, and hopefully, Jocelyn, do you think you'll be on soon, or should one of us roll for you?
I can't find it.
Running into Jack's problem.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I was half listening.
Fair enough. So in the search bar in GM name search, type KERR, and then you can put in the passcode that I shared to session planning. When you find it.
Turns
Oh,
out
yeah,
I
this is-
just
okay.
can't spell.
Hey, it happens. That's just a side effect of being dyslexic, you know?
Yep.
So far, it looks like it... I mean, it might be Jocelyn with Gambit, but at the moment, it's going to be Garand going first.
I have to admit, I do hope I get to go first.
Why?
Okay. Let's just hope that... What? I haven't even typed in a password. How could it fail?
It does that automatically.
Because you were logged into the other one, and it had a different password, so it just tried to use the other password.
Attempting to resolve...
You have to re-log in with the right password.
You can roll for me. It's...
All the confusion.
More
it's
roll
a
a
bit-
d20.
It's a bit weird to see a full character sheet.
Yeah.
Hey, Jocelyn, you rolled a 17, which plus your pretty good
Yay.
dex bonus for initiative. So plus 5, bring you up to 22. So you're not higher than Chris, but you're pretty high. Speaking of which, Garand, it is your turn. I need to check something.
Did you roll for them yet?
Didn't you? Yep. They've already been added.
Okay. All
You
right.
can do a quick
As
click
a
of
free
one button.
As a free action, I've been waiting to say this dad joke for a while. Oh man, it's so weird. I feel like it's been 3 months since I've seen you, but it's only been like 6 seconds. All right, well let's get into this fight then.
And in he
Right.
goes.
That's why I wanted to be first, just for that joke. Just
Fair enough. It does feel like a 3-month, 6-second.
Does Gambit get advantage because he's been aiming at these creatures for 3 months?
Nope, because they've also been aiming at you. Well, technically, they're all aiming at John right now, but that's irrelevant.
all right. Let's see. Do I get a nature check on them to learn anything or no?
With disadvantage. No,
Okay.
not with
They're
disadvantage.
all aiming at me.
With a
That's
higher
not
DC.
Great.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not tanky.
Disadvantage? No.
No disadvantage with a higher DC because you're not proficient.
Totally fine.
You feel like you've heard of walking people and they're made of wood, so probably fire. Exact nature of what they are might be a little beyond you, but you've definitely heard of living wooden creatures like this.
All right. Hey, John. If you get a chance, try to burn them. And
If I get a chance to do what now?
try to burn them. They
Burn them. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. It's the fire. You know. I'm not really great at that though, with all my stormy goodness. But maybe some lightning and some salt water could do some good things to them. I hope so. Anyway. All right, let's go for this. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go. Beep, 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 pew. Yeah, I will use a Pact Magic level 3 brine.
Sense? Because you can't
Alright,
do less than level 3 with Pact Magic for that.
You assume a lot of me, I think.
That's fair.
Looks like I didn't program that. That's fine.
I do have a flaming scimitar.
Womp womp. I don't have anything to re-roll that, so it's just a
Nat 1,
big mega
as
miss.
you
Anything
reach
terrible
up,
happen?
you prepare, you step on one of the mushrooms in front of you, and a burst of spores flies up into your face as you cough and try to get everything out. Worried slightly about what might have been in the spores, but it's too late now.
All right. Do I need to make a concentration or anything for my hex?
I think Hex is concentration.
Yep.
Yeah, make a con save.
Okay.
Yeah, you maintain. You're able to retain focus.
All right. Can I still finish with the other shot
Yes.
of Eldritch Blast?
You can.
Because I get 2 shots because of the higher level.
Yes.
Did we lose you, Micah?
No, I don't think so. Yes,
Am I
you
gone?
can cast this. You can do the shot. Can you
All
hear me?
Now I can. Hey!
There we
That's
go.
gonna be the kind of day.
After taking a second,
20,
you
a one-
feel empowered by the mushrooms and you take flight.
So that's pretty hilarious.
He's Mario.
Whoa! Look at that horrible damage.
It's not great
That is
damage as it strikes
awful.
into it, burning a hole with the Eldritch mana into the shoulder of Wooden Humanoid 7. It does not turn back toward you.
Okay.
It continues to face John.
All right. John, you look like the primary target right now. Sorry, man. Good luck with that.
Gambit.
Oh, yay!
Which, does
Time
anyone
go
need me to
boom.
share the map?
Yes, please.
Do we not know their initiative? Oh, that's fun.
You don't know what or when?
John, go boom.
I think you have us locked on movement because
Yep.
It changed the size of my map.
Sorry. But yes, you are locked on movement. Did you want to move?
Yeah, I was moving 10 diagonal down southwest. Yep, there.
I hate that the navigation panel is never toggled on.
Same.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm a mouse person. I don't think about it. Let's see.
Okay. I don't have advantage, do I?
Are you an assassin rogue?
Nope.
Yeah, then you don't get anything special right now.
Wait, how does a mouse change how you navigate through the map?
I can middle button and drag and move myself around. Yep.
You can wait. What?
You
I can press the middle
Can't
button on
do
my
that.
mouse and drag the map around.
Oh. No, I can't do that because I have a trackpad.
Oh.
Yep. You don't have a middle
These
button.
things come second nature to us mouse users.
That they do.
Ah,
PC master race.
That we are. Having trouble, Dyson?
yeah. Okay. No, I got distracted. I'll move the dice tower later.
Remember, you have to right
Can
click
I-
to unlock and then move it.
I did.
Good job.
It didn't work.
That's rough. to do.
Um,
Anywho, who would you like to kill?
can I shoot?
What would you like to
Can
shoot?
I like step over here? So no, there's a tree.
There
Is
a
there
tree.
a tree underneath this dice tower?
I don't think so. But yes, you can step 10 feet forward.
Okay, and then I want to shoot.
Oh wait. Micah, I'm sorry, I forgot to say I have repelling blast, so I could have pushed him. Can you push 7 up so that he's adjacent to Doug, and then Gambit would get the sneak attack.
Roger,
Now you can
roger.
sneak attack that one.
Sneak attack. Have to find my revolver +1.
You are
Yeah,
using gun.
I'm
Nice.
using gun.
I'd like to activate spell gun. Nice.
I forgot she had a
That
gun.
definitely hits.
Okie dokie.
Roll damage.
Roll damage.
I think the thing I might miss the most though is Thicket Maury having a fantastic Scottish accent.
That was not correct.
That's because you did not apply sneak attack to yourself.
I forgot.
That's okay, it happens. Why did he... Oh, right. I think they... Let me check that.
How many more d6?
How much does your thing say?
I forgot. It's so different.
Are you full rogue?
You're-
Yes.
So, in your
If
actions
you're level
tab,
Could
5.
be.
under actions tab, if you roll down to sneak attack, you can press the gear off to the right, and it'll show the effect that you'll normally apply to yourself whenever you do.
4d6.
And 4d6. Go ahead and just roll the 4d6, and I'll apply the damage manually.
Okay. Hold on.
It should be noted that I can keep this hex going as long as we don't long rest for the entire day. So
Aw. Well, I guess it's not
Okay,
too bad.
so another amount of points. Go ahead and
Is it
make
dead?
an insight check.
No.
no, don't. Okay.
I mean, it will. It's not. It's not gonna do anything unless I like roll a 20. Oh, this is
You rolled pretty
not too
well.
bad.
As you fire the shot, and it strikes into basically where the knees should be for this plant. It strikes into it, burying into the wood, but doesn't do nearly as much damage as you would have hoped, despite the fact that your gun is magical.
Did mine look like it did everything that it was trying
Yours
to do?
looked normal.
You rolled horribly bad.
Yes, yours dealt the normal amount of damage.
Okay.
Does it resist physical attacks? No, it doesn't. No, my gun does magic. You just
He's
said
saying
that.
no magic.
Despite the fact that it's magic, it did resist the damage.
It must be piercing then.
Yeah, it may be.
Okay.
Okey
Would
doke.
radiant count as fire?
No.
No.
Light holy damage is not fire damage.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry, fam. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm good.
All right, Doug.
Don't stab him!
Don't
Uh, so yeah, Doug's just going to first manifest an echo.
Tracks.
I guess right in between the two wooden ones. So between 3 and 7.
Does your echo take damage?
Right there.
Yep.
His echo can take a hit. It has 1 hit point. It does not use his armor.
Oh.
It uses dex. Echo created.
But it's also fine if you just want to attack both and then the echo just goes away.
Yeah, it absorbs 1 hit, so there you go.
And then I will just attack once for the 7 to see what happens.
All right. Attacking with your big sword. Is that right? The White Iron Memory at number 7. That hits. Roll damage.
Did you have flank on that?
Flanking doesn't give you anything in my game.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. See,
The full damage
3
goes in as you swing the sword around, slashing into its chest, digging the blade deep into it before yanking it back out. Did not seem to have any resistance to your attack. Dealt
Yeah,
a
it's gotta
full
be-
amount of damage.
In that case, I will do a second attack.
This one unfortunately misses as you swing again. This time it brings its wooden shield down. As you strike the blade into it, it shifts its shield, spinning it around slightly, causing you to lose balance as you have to yank the sword back out and regain your step.
Okay. How tall are these figures? Humanoids?
Probably just including the little like horn wooden part above their head. 6'4", 6'5".
Okay. In case it might matter, the echo will just kind of hover like 7 feet off the ground.
Close enough to get hit, but not close enough to obstruct.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Anything else?
That's it.
Jackie the Jackal.
Woo. All right. Heal girl, guard, and I'm gonna point to Gambit. And so just move her like 5 adjacent to basically like, yeah, that's good.
And I assume based on that, ready a bite attack. Or anything that
Yep.
gets too close.
Yep.
Nice. As she finishes her turn, in the wooden statue that's directly in front of Doug, like looks down toward you as it shifts its shield around. It brings this large club that it has in one hand as it brings it down toward you. Which I guess I should reshare the image, you know, just so we can all see what exactly you're dealing with.
Yes, now the game is officially re-begun.
That's true. I did do for the first time tonight. First time in.
No, you already did it tonight.
Oh, never
Did he?
mind then.
Put it out.
Anyway, there's the guy. Those are what they look like.
He'd be adorable if he wasn't, you know,
Trying to kill
completely
you.
filled
With hate.
Yep.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
Because friendship makes it easy to kill. Speaking of which, it's going to bring its mace down toward you. It's going to roll a total of 15, missing. As it does, you bring the sword back up as you yanked out of the shield. Or actually, as you're pulling the sword out of its shield, you pull the shield upward, striking one arm against the other, keeping it from being able to hit you. Which actually, did it work properly? It did. Doug, make a perception or investigation check, your choice, as it is going to then bring its club upward, trying to strike into your chin.
Wait.
Perception or
You said
investigation?
perception or what?
Or investigation.
And then also I'm trying to look at the feats on the White Iron Memory, but it's not wanting to load. It says something about a module.
Ah, I see.
Because
So the White Iron Memory. It has several references, and in order to be able to access those, you need to, on the right side of your screen with the options, under Library, click the Modules button. Once you open that, yeah, on the right side, under Library, there is Modules, which is the folders. Once you're in there, you can click the Activation button in the bottom left, and that will take you to a page of all of the things that I have allowed for you to be able to load. So if you want to be able to look at some basic animal stats, at rules, things like that, you can load them, which I believe you do by clicking on the book. One of the options should be, let's see, is it, which hopefully still using the, not the new rules, but the 2014 rules like it's supposed to, because I didn't load, though I guess I haven't shifted it since that update came out. Oh, Fantasy Grounds, respond. I believe it is Fungal Bruised Revised Weapons is the one that you need to load. I think you can click on the load button, and it should load the module.
Yep.
Once that loads, you should be able to click on the references in the White Iron Memory. I don't know why Fantasy Grounds is slowing down for me. Because I'd like to be able to finish rolling. Though I guess it did miss you, ultimately. As it brings its club down toward you, you gathering yourself bring up your sword, shifting the handle in such a way that when he strikes into you, it strikes into the sword and gets caught around the handle, and you shove it away from you. There we go. Back in. That is its turn. Can it do? Okay.
So my attack didn't exceed the AC that first time by 5.
Check. It did. So how much extra damage is it supposed to do? Proficiency bonus?
When attack roll exceeds by 5 or more, takes additional necrotic damage, you get proficiency. Yep.
There you go. It does not resist the necrotic. That is its turn. Well, I guess it wouldn't have any knowledge. It is going to move closer to John.
Of course it is.
Steps over into the boat with you. And John, it is your turn.
Yay!
Up close and personal, you were pretty close. Go ahead and either make a perception or investigation check.
Perception or investigation? Oh, wait.
Yep, your choice.
Have a higher bonus to perception, and I rolled in that one.
Yeah, who knows? What would you like to do?
Who knows? I am going to take a swing at it with my scimitar flame tongue after speaking the word to turn the fire on.
You bonus
Flame on.
action. Flame on.
Bonus action, turn the fire on. And then take swing and defensive flourish, which lets me spend my bardic inspiration if I deal a hit. So let me roll for that.
Unfortunately, it
That's
does
so
not
sad.
strike. As you come into it, it brings up its shield, knocking your sword away as you're still getting used to the flame on the end of it. You haven't quite spent that much time with it, so it does not quite burn your hand a little, but you're not used to the intense heat coming off the sword as it lights up.
Okay. Well, then in that case,
And
I'm
let me
going to use my
see.
extra attack. What do we got? What?
You can wait to use your defensive flourish until you
Yeah,
hit,
until
so
it
you don't have
hits.
to expend it early. Cool. Second
Did
attack,
that hit?
unfortunately, also misses. This time, it swings its
Dang
own club down, striking into the blade. You're able to push against it for a few moments, but you pull away, as, despite the look of these guys, they're quite strong.
That's annoying. Well, I mean, 12 is pretty low, but those are both crappy rolls. Dang.
Those were both bad rolls. But you're not dead. Thicket.
Yeah.
Unless you'd like to move. Anything else you'd like to do?
Counting on that defensive flourish. I don't have a bonus. I use my bonus action, so.
You can move if you'd like.
And get opportunity attack? No, thank you.
Thicket.
There
are wooden men attacking your friends.
Please light these wooden men on fire.
I'm gonna move over here.
Hey, dope. I'm gonna make sure you go to a proper space.
Okay. The sky darkens as I cast Call Lightning.
Clouds begin to cover overhead. Where would you like to strike?
First off, what's the weather like?
It's pretty. Actually, that's a good question. What was the weather like? I didn't actually go back and check, so we're gonna roll the weather right now. I feel like it was cloudy, but I'm gonna roll it just in case. Oh, come on, open the table. The weather is clear skies, so you get no bonus damage.
Okay. Question. Does the corner spaces count when I cast Call Lightning on a space?
What do you mean?
In terms of, like, everything around that area.
So typically it's supposed to be in a 5-foot radius centered on a point, and a point is a interjection between the spaces, like this. Whereas centered on a space would put it directly on one. So technically you should put it on a space like that. And
is
you can,
there
because of the way we can move things, if you wanted to try and get not technically the corner of a space, you could do that if you wanted to, like, try and do there or something. But we'd be able to use it to see exactly what size we're working with.
Is John and Humanoid 7 on a singular space? I mean, like, they look kind of scooted to the side.
Yeah, that's because they're not on proper spaces. If we'd like to move them on proper spaces, we can do that.
Okay. Can I hit both 7 and 3 with Call Lightning?
Let's see the space we're working with. I would say you don't pass the 50% on either if you do that. I'd say you'd have to choose one or the other, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll hit 7 and avoid John and the Echo.
Smart plan, because if you'd done it too close, it definitely would have hit the Echo. Go ahead and make the save, assuming you remember how to do that. It's been a little bit. I think you do, though, given you just targeted it correctly.
I've got this.
It rolls a total of 14, which is a failure.
Woohoo! Oh, nice!
23 points of damage. It does not resisting them as the lightning strikes next to it, bursting onto it. As if you've ever seen a tree after it gets struck by lightning, lightning partially goes into it, cracking through the wood, causing bits of its leg and its back to crack and break outward.
It's an exploding tree.
Yeah, doesn't catch on fire though. Doesn't count as fire damage.
That's sad.
Anything else you'd like to do, Thicket?
That's all.
Wooden Humanoid 4 will come up behind John. It's a good thing there's no flanking in this. You're welcome. And it's going to attack him twice. The first one is going to hit. As you're dealing with the one in front of you trying to attack it, this other one walks behind you, striking into you, which, as you all see, there's this almost magical energy that gathers around the mace as it deals purely force damage as it strikes into your aura as you're able to pull up the defenses behind you, but you still shift forward a little bit from the momentum as it deals 13 points of damage. It's then going to pull its mace to the side and attempt to backhand you.
I mean, these guys have extra attack too?
They have multi-attack, and they hit you a second time, this one coming around, dealing another 16 points of damage as it strikes into you from the side, actually causing you to shift to your right a bit from the force.
Man, I'm too squishy for this.
And that's its turn. When Humanoid 3 is going to make... I'm going to check its... I guess... What would be the best thing to tell what is real and what is a fake aura? I guess probably a straight intelligence check. It's going to go ahead and make a check. If it gets higher than a 15, it did not. It is going to use its first attack on your... whatchamacallit. What is your AC with Dex?
Mine?
No, Jax. Yeah, Doug.
It's, yeah, that hits.
It brings its mace upward, striking through the legs of him as it causes the echo to dissipate.
Wait. Before, so because I think he has. Can you just resummon that all the time? It's been months, so I really don't remember. Can you just summon that?
Yeah.
He can just bonus action at any time he wants.
Yeah, it's
okay. If
it's fine if it goes.
Okay.
And then it's going to walk 10 feet and strike Doug because it can't get a good hit on Halston. Second attack.
You hate me so much.
Deals is a 19. That hits.
No. Disadvantage. Roll again. See if it's lower.
He is disadvantaging. Using, I assume, silvered barbs. Yep. Does an 18 still hit you, Doug?
Not if I... Well, I'm gonna let it hit me.
You're not gonna parry?
Nope.
Okie doke. It's gonna strike into you. As it steps forward, the silvery barbs, which I don't recall exactly what that looks like. What does it look like?
So for me, it's lightning shoots out and it like shocks them a little bit, and either they like are able to deal with the shock and still go through and hit, or it's too much and it overwhelms them and they miss.
The shock seems to barely affect what accounts for a nervous system in this, as it continues to strike forward, bringing it down. As before you can get your sword up to block Doug, you have to use your aura to defend yourself, taking 16 points of force damage as it strikes down toward your shoulder. Bouncing off of your aura, it brings its mace back to itself, preparing for another attack. But that brings us to round number 2 with Garand again.
The lightning zapped back into me to give me advantage on my next attack roll.
Cool. Which one would you like
so
to strike?
I'm gonna let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, I'm locked. Okay, thanks. And so I clicked advantage, and let's see. Thanks to my elven accuracy, even if both of these miss, I get a third chance to roll. So it includes it. Nice.
I think that's one of. I don't remember if that's something that's automatically in it or if that's one of the things that I added. But yes, you've elven accuracy to get your third. Total of 28. It definitely hits. You said you're going after 7.
Yeah.
All right. It deals 18 points of damage, striking into it in the back, doing quite a bit of damage. It's not looking great as you blast out another part of its side to the point where it's having trouble keeping upright.
Okay, then I'm going to trust Thicket. Thicket, try to get them both, and I'll move my attack then with the other blast. Did that roll on him? No, it didn't roll on him. Let's try again. Why is it not working? Did I crash? What's going on?
I hope not.
Oh, it's dropping a d20 because I'm dumb. Don't worry about it. I'm still remembering things. Forgive me. All right, there we go.
Anyway, the total of 18 does hit. Go ahead and deal your damage to Humanoid 3.
Oh, womp womp.
Deals 1 point of damage, not nearly as much as you'd hope, as the as it barely burns into it. Which I do have, let's see. Thicket is proficient in nature, though. Thicket is not proficient in nature or arcana. All right, continue.
I am proficient in survival. That's how we've been going.
You are.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, go ahead and make a survival check.
Healthy and strong.
Just to see if you notice something. You don't.
Oof.
Continue. Anything else you want to do, Ron? I think that's
Everybody's
your
rolled bad.
movement and actions. Is that all?
Out of our two heroes over there, who looks like they got the wounded the most is
The one who's been hit twice. Or 3
which
times.
is
Help!
Mr. John.
I need help!
He's getting a little battered.
Somebody
okay.
intervene!
I'll use 2 healing light on him. If I have to roll it twice, I'll roll it twice.
Yeah, just roll it
It looks
twice. It doesn't affect it. Just
Fine.
as you regain
Average.
7 points of healing as he channels this energy into you. Gambit.
So, hey John, that looks like a nasty wound, mate. There you go.
Okay. Gambit is gonna try something new.
What? Something
Whoa.
new.
But Catherine is having problems when I Google molten sphere. All I get is flaming sphere.
That's
Are they the
because
same
it
thing?
doesn't exist in online. Click on the dragon on the far right, and it should open the information.
We worked on making
If it
this.
does not, then... Which it should, because I don't think I added it as part of the thing. I think it just added it straight into the spells. Does it show up for you?
In the item, in my item.
So there might be the spell option in the item. You can also go to your actions. There's a volcanic veil tab in your actions, which has
I
molten
found it.
sphere, and you can click on the thing for it.
Very nice. Very
Same
nice.
thing with Hellion's magmatic bore and heat vent.
Okay.
Should all be there for your reading.
Okay. Perfect.
Molten sphere, which is currently 2d4 for you.
Yes. Does that one action, 90 feet?
2d4 of each, actually, so
Okay.
it's technically 4d4.
At the end of your turn, the rock vanish it. Okay. Do I get sneak attack?
Nope, it's not a weapon. It doesn't use dex.
That's not the right thing.
So sad.
Okay, watch out! Gambit is going to try to cast magic for the first time pretty much almost ever.
Does unfortunately miss, it looks like. What's these
Thank
guys' AC again? These guys' AC is pretty high.
It'd have to be like 18.
Yep. As y'all see, as Gambit prepares himself with his armor, this relatively recent armor, this black, this placer beast leather that he wears, the fur around him, as he causes the effect to begin, the different lines similar to cracks in the ground showing
Oops,
okay.
I did not
You're
mean
fine.
to do that. I was
You just
trying
put
to
that
look.
You're okay. The cracks glowing as if lava's coming up from beneath. It shifts from his chest down to his gauntlets, whereas he puts his hands together, this liquid magma just comes from his gauntlets in between his hands, floating, and he strikes it forward, throwing it probably something like a baseball. As he throws it forward, the molten sphere solidifying partially into this rock as it goes toward the thing, which I believe it was targeted toward 3. It just turns and strikes it out of the air with its club as the rock strikes into the ground just over here, not toward anything particularly flammable, so it doesn't light much on fire, especially not with the wetlands. But the rock strikes into the ground, continuing to smolder for a few moments.
How about that? Thicket?
Thicket applauds.
Small cat hands. Pat, 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 pat.
So Doug just got hit, so he's going to rage.
Bonus action rage. Make sure to apply the effects on yourself.
Okay. Did that work?
It did.
And you said number 7 was looking like really, really bad.
Real bad.
Should Doug chance the fact for Thicket to hit, or should Doug try to do the sweeping thing to where any excess damage goes to adjacent one?
Have fun. Do what you want to do. Just because Ron plays that way doesn't mean you have to.
Do you want to attack?
I mean, I think he's raging, so I think it would be he would go after 7. Well, no, he'd go after 3 because 3 hit him first, right?
Fair enough.
Let's go after 3.
As the anger returns to you. Continue. Yeah, as you feel yourself, you begin to get angry, bring this emotion upward. You strike toward it. Striking toward it, you try to thrust the large blade into it, but it managed to shift out of the way.
Can I use
magnetism?
Yep, what's it called?
Yeah, go ahead and reduce your hit dice amount, which, if you recall, is you go to your main page, and then I don't think you can drag to get rid of them, so you should be able to go to the gears under your class and level, and then your used hit dice. Go ahead and pick which one, whether you want to use the D10 or the D12, and then type 1 into the empty box.
Wait. So I followed you. I hit the
class
the option icon. Yep.
Okay, and then click on used, and then type a number. In this case, 1. On the right side of the class and level sub page. This is where there's Barbarian 1, Fighter 8. The gear off to the right opens your class and level little tab.
Okay, used 1. Okay,
perfect.
Got
so
it.
You're expending a D10, I believe, to redirect the hit with your magnetism. Go ahead and roll a D10, see if it's enough.
Just enough.
Just barely. As you thrust forward, but missing, you actually use the magnetism to thrust the sword upward, cutting into its arm as you slice into it. Not enough to cut it off, but digging a deep gash as you roll damage, dealing 14 total points of damage. And I assume you're attacking with the second attack?
Yep.
Alright, go ahead and roll it. That definitely hits. You actually continue, as your blade is already in there, you push upward, continuing to jag against its arm, causing it to continue to crack and wedge open a bit, trying to break through its arm. It's not quite enough to pull it off before it manages to slide backward and get off of the blade, but you manage to deal a deep gash into it.
So so I mean that's my turn, but you said it's used if these circles are...
If it's marked, then it's used. If it is unmarked, then you have it.
Like, for example, like the hero points, because I know we get one at the beginning.
You get one at the beginning, so go ahead and click on one to unmark it, so that there's nothing there, which I just did for you, but you can go ahead and mark it off. So go ahead and unmark it by clicking on the blue dot. There you go. So now you have one available.
So I should only have 2 available. Okay.
Right. Started with 1, gained 1. Perfect. That is your turn. Is Jackie going to do anything different or continue to protect?
She protect.
You protect. And number 7 does 2 more attacks against John. Let's see.
I need protection.
With a better view, Garand, roll either investigation or perception.
Investigation or perception.
That's the easiest ask you could have ever had me do.
For the first time someone noticed, Garand, you see as it's attacking Humanoid 7, the gash in its side and on its back where you'd blown into it, the wood is piecing itself back together.
Oh.
It is going to bring down its first attack against John.
It might be like Twilight Vampire rules, and we just have to separate the pieces. But hold on. Well, I see that would hit, so I will instead try to silvery barbs him.
All right, giving him disadvantage. He's going to roll another attack. It hits both ways. Who are you giving advantage?
All right. Still me. I'm trying to blow these to help.
Wow, that has a heck of a plus.
Yep, +7. As it brings down another one, dealing 14 more points of damage. At this point, they are just bringing the clubs up and down, trying to batter down into you. As you pull your aura, focusing it above you, trying to shield yourself, but it's taking the energy as your aura begins to flicker slightly. It's going to bring another attack down. Hitting again. Dealing another 10 points of damage as it continues to strike and batter into you. It is your turn. You're down to 13 health from your aura as you are feeling it get weaker and weaker.
Okay. How smart do these guys look?
I mean, you saw one attack the Echo. You haven't seen a lot to be able to tell. You could try to make an inside check, but you don't have a lot of information to work with. All you've seen is them attack you.
Okay.
Your time has not yet come, Mori?
Sorry.
Somebody's bored. And let's see. I'm going to ethereal step.
I figured you might. Where are you going?
Elsewhere.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go hide behind, or go hide by Grot.
Which I believe you maintain ethereal side until the... Or no, ethereal step is just
until the beginning
teleport.
of my next turn.
Alright, you stay ethereal until the beginning of your next turn. Alright, is there anything you'd like to do with your action? Oh no, that is an action. You action teleport yourself.
Yeah, that is an action pretty much.
Alright, go ahead and mark off the use. Any bonus actions? As y'all see John disappear.
Oh, there he goes again.
I'm gonna take a potion of healing.
Fair enough. You uncork, pop. Heal 6 points.
That 6 points? Oh, sweet. Oh, it's +2. Got it.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2. And a greater is
thing,
8d4 plus... Or no, it's a 4d4 plus 8, and then superior is 8d4 plus 8, and then supreme, I think, is like...
Oh, that didn't actually apply
20.
it, did it?
Nope, but I can apply it to you. Should, theoretically.
I should be at 40 wound. Sweet.
Yeah. Okie doke. Pick
Okay.
it.
All right. So now I can target both of them.
Yeah.
Technically, you
Call
could
that.
all of them if you really wanted to mess with everybody, but I don't know about hurting Doug.
Yeah, I would hit Doug as well.
It's pretty close, but maybe. It'd probably require a check to make sure you get them all.
I'm not going to try and hit Doug.
I figured.
I'm just gonna stick with the 2.
Do
That
it.
makes
He's
sense.
tanky.
Rolling a total of 6 and 15, both fail. I forget your DC is high because you got maxed out wisdom.
Woohoo!
Sweet.
Rip.
9 points of damage to each of them. Not enough to kill, but enough as the lightning strikes into them to continue to deal damage, bursting apart bits of the wood. Anything else you'd like to do? Movement or bonus action?
Can I cast Healing Bird?
Raw, normally you can't do 2 leveled spells, but that's up to Micah.
Well, I didn't cast Call Lightning this round. I'm
Oh, yeah, you're right.
concentrating
Actually,
on it.
then in that case, definitely.
Yeah, good call. Nice.
Because I was thinking, like,
So-
I don't know, you're not supposed to be able to cast two, but yeah, you didn't cast a spell this turn. You just used a spell. Go ahead. Who you want to heal?
All right, John.
You can't see him.
Yay! You can't see me though. I'm in a different plane.
He is technically in the ethereal plane right now.
Can I?
Sorry.
Am I allowed to hold it for when he comes back?
I mean, Doug is in line of fire of all three.
You go right after me, and I'm gonna be back on
He
this
will-
plane
he-
at the beginning of my next turn. So
You could hit Doug with one if you wanted.
Up to you. I
Doug-
will say if you'd like to hold, you can, or you can expend it, or you can wait. Up to you.
Doug is barely hurt.
This is true.
What do you mean?
He has been
Probably-
hit once.
But it's like 15 or 18 damage or whatever.
Oh yeah, but you're part barbar, man. You're fine.
To be fair, he's not
Yeah, it
resisting their
doesn't-
damage, but he does have 65 health left. So,
Yeah, it doesn't resist magic damage because I'm not level 3.
so anywho, was there anything? Would you like to cast the spell thicket or wait?
Let me see. How much does this do? Well, since John isn't in immediate danger, I will I will hold it for after Doug gets hurt again.
Fair enough. Speaking of which, looking around, they don't see their main target, so they're going to hit the next nearest person.
sorry, Doug.
That's a miss as the first one strikes down into you. You're able to deftly shift out of the way as this one strikes into the ground as it comes at you again, as now you have 3 sets of clubs coming toward you. This one, as he swings upward from the ground, managed to actually strike you in the back of your leg, dealing 14 points of damage. That is its turn. The other one... Oh, there we go. So Thicket heals you. You feel your aura return as you get struck. This other one will also make 2 attacks, battering down toward you. Or rather, the first one coming from the side. It's 25 to hit. It comes from the side and strikes into your back as you turn toward the other one, dealing 18 points of damage as your aura flickers. Doing that, it is then going to bring up... Actually, it's just going to bring back its club and try to hit you from the side again. Trying to hit you in the back. As it hits a 19.
Can I use a luck on this one?
To force him to reroll. Alright. He rerolls.
There
This
it
time
is.
missing. Right as it's about to strike you, you shift just out of the way, your foot slipping on the ground, bringing you just far enough away that the mace swings right past you. And then we're back up to Garon's turn.
All right. So advantage on my first one. I'm gonna see if I can maybe finish off 7.
Wait. Never mind.
What?
Go ahead.
It hits. Definitely hits.
I would hope they don't have a 28 AC.
You blast into it, this last one striking through its chest as the lightning strikes into it. You see it crackle around before the entire thing bursts, the burned charred shards spreading out.
All right.
They can be killed.
Yeah, but let me just double check that they do in fact die.
Yeah, they may not stay dead. I don't know. We'll see.
It's not like he's gonna tell us if they do.
Yeah,
if they
well,
don't stay dead.
Well, we'll know pretty quick. So it's like,
That's fair.
Yeah, it explodes into the unselected Dugarand.
yeah. So I still have one more shot left, but here's what I'm going to try to do. I'd like to go into this tree line right here,
Fair enough. You step underneath the tree.
and I am going to. Oh wait, I was going to do the same problem I was going last time. That would have been hilarious. All right, I'm going to attack 3 this time. Yes.
And
All right.
blast that strikes into it, charring it. Go ahead and
Can
roll.
you push him 10 to the other side, like diagonal from me, because like the direct line. There's fine. It's fine. I was.
Were you saying you wanted it there specifically?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
That was,
as
yeah.
you strike it over as it falls over the edge of the boat before rolling back up.
And then I will use. I will upcast. My last 3rd level warlock spell because I'll get that rest. Where is it? Healing word. There we go. Let's see. You did not put one in for a 3d4 because this is the one that you didn't adjust yet. So,
which spell is it?
My healing word. You have my 1st level and my 2nd level, but you have not done the 3rd level.
One second. Let me just find it. Where are you? There you
are. Plus, yeah, perfect.
Enjoy.
Get a based. All right, here we go. Doog, be healed.
Healing 16 points as you feel yourself rejuvenated, magically restoring your aura.
It smells like the ocean. Like you really want to go for a swim.
Gambit. Apparently, it smells like the ocean over there, but you're not over there. You're over here, where you smell like sulfur.
Like wet dog? No.
You smell like sulfur as lava.
Thicket.
Yes.
Get ready for this. I want to switch places with Doug. Doug, let me switch places with you, please.
Doug, will you like to switch places with Gambit?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, go ahead and.
I think this will work.
I don't think there's any kind of roll, but you should go ahead and reduce your HD. Do you remember how to do that?
I go to the main. There's my HD. It says 9.
So don't use that because that's going to try and heal you. Instead, up where the class Rogue 9 is, there's the gear on the right. Yeah. Open the gear and change the number used. Just double check how transposition works.
I couldn't find it.
It's under your feats and your abilities tab.
Okay. Then I would like to cast.
There is a shift as Doug warps and disappears and Gambit reappears in his place.
Jackie goes, "Yep."
I'm gonna step a little bit forward. And then I'm gonna cast Hellions Magnetic Bore.
Eee.
And so I'm just gonna like dive into the ground, but I do fire damage.
Yep.
They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Do you know how to make the dex save? So on the map, I would like you to control and click on each of them. Hold control and then click on each of them.
Uh-huh.
Just click the dead one too, just because. Yeah. And now on your page, if you press the gear to open up so you can see the stuff, just so you make sure you do the right one, you should be able to, I think, just click the dice next to the save Dex DC 15H.
The what?
So under your actions tab, under Volcanic Veil, Magmatic Bore, click the dice. To cast. Perfect. So then we're going to make dex saves. Obviously the dead one will auto-fail, but all of them fail anyway. Go ahead and it should still affect all of them. Go ahead and if you want, you can drag and drop the 3d10 fire into the chat.
3d10 fire. Into the chat.
Into the chat box, yeah.
Roll well. Ooh.
Not super duper well, but your 8 points doubles up as you all see Gambit appear over there, strike his hands together as they almost seem to meld, as his armor produces this lava that spews around him, and he strikes into the ground, disappearing, sending up a spew of this molten rock around that space, covering Humanoid 7 entirely, as it will not return, as it will burn up in the lava, and dealing massive damage to each of the other two as the lava burns over them. Where would you like to reappear? Where within 50 feet would you like to come up?
That's a good question. I didn't think that far ahead. No, I guess he has to come out.
Anywhere connected by rock within, or by, like, the same ground within 15 feet.
I think 15, 1, 2, 3. Back here. So his goal was to, like, get Doug out of there fast, and then also to get himself out of there fast, so that they're kind of set up for the magic casters to just kind of barrel through.
Just for the record, it is roughly this area.
Oh, never mind.
I think is a 10-foot radius. Is that area?
Okay, so right
I
here.
believe, is that right? Let's see. All groups within 10 feet of the space. So yeah, it should be a 10-foot radius. So from your space, it should be that. So if you'd like to be outside of it, you're in a good spot.
Okay.
So that whole area now is covered in molten rock that is rapidly cooling. And I need you to roll a d4, see how many turns it lasts before it cools off.
Super awesome.
3 turns.
Yeah, this is kind of
nice.
really OP.
I mean, I spent a lot to do all that. Like,
yeah, I'm seeing it.
3rd level spell once a day.
Seeing it.
It works, does well. You get, I believe it was the 1 use. Do that once a day.
Yep.
Alright, I believe that is your turn. Action, movement, the balls.
Yep.
Doug.
Yeah, so Doug will manifest his echo 30 feet in front of him, just hovering above the ground.
There.
Yep. Why can I not zoom out on the map?
I don't know.
Oh, and then so his echo is just going to move, I guess, the 5 feet just to attack.
Okay. Notably, I believe because
4.
the 5 feet, I think it will disappear at the end of your turn because it's too far away. But you can at least.
Nope.
Or is the
Not
range
anymore.
60 feet? Oh, no,
I think it's.
I think. Let me check. Because I know you get your Echo bonus, Echo Avatar, but I think that's only if you choose to take control over it.
Oh, well, in that case, I would move
That's
up.
if you take control over it.
Oh, well, I would move up 5 feet as it moved up 5 feet. Well, I guess I'll do 10 because I don't want to be over Jackie. And then I will. And then I will just.
Attack.
Yep.
That hits, roll damage. You deal 11 points of damage as the echo coming down over it, floating down through one arm string, strikes it in the shoulder. The second one, it pulls it back out, striking from the other end, trying to create sort of a V cutting from the head. Oh, you are using... Oh no, you just did 2 attacks. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
dealing a total of 23 points of damage, cutting into it.
Yep, and that's my turn.
Okie doke. Jackie will, assuming you're okay with it, move around up front and bare her fangs, continuing to protect.
Yeah, she can protect Doug. Yep.
She doesn't know Doug is capable. She just knows she was told to protect. John, you
Yep.
reappear.
Yay! Alright. I cast Vicious Mockery on 4.
Mock him viciously.
Where's my little thing? I gotta drag my little wisdom save on 4. There we go.
It rolls a total of 8. What do you say?
You are more wrinkly than a water-bound prune.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Garon looks like
2d4 psychic.
Garon looks like backwards, sideways, like. Really,
it turns
really?
toward you, its shield temporarily unraveling into a hand that it puts on its chest like, how dare you? Before it then reforms into the shield.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to take Second Wind and
Fair enough.
do 1d10 plus 1
Up a heal.
healing.
Ticket.
Fire. I'm going to hit them both again.
Fair enough. I just want to make sure. I should go ahead and mark that area, shouldn't I? Can I draw? Oh, it's there. I think I can. Lava. Oh, Gambit, make a survival check for me.
Oh, it does not help if I cover this.
One succeeds. Number 4 succeeds. The other one fails as the lightning strikes downward. Number 4 seems to be learning slightly as it uses the shield to partially block and take most of the damage. As the one in the back explodes outward, it beginning to burn and catch fire in what's left of the lava.
Can I also hit the one that's still standing with Fire Kitty?
Not from there. I think it's a 30-foot range. You're going to have to step 10 feet closer.
Yes, and walk forward.
You may do so. You step closer and fire cat. Meow! Nat 20!
Yes!
First time Fligatito has ever been used that I recall. Or at least been used
First time in
actually.
combat.
For real.
He successfully adds injury to insult.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Dealing a whopping 44 points of damage total. As you release, as the cat flies forward, doubling in size, to the size of a dog, perhaps. Striking forward as it opens and its mouth grows large as it bites into the head of this creature before engulfing it in flame, as it struggles for a moment before falling into the lava and burning up.
Man,
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think should have been allowed to do that because it's an action.
Yeah, whatever. It's okay.
But
I'll allow it.
that
It's
was
cool.
still super fun.
You nat 20, it was cool, we're fine. As you all take a deep breath, the 3 surprisingly durable enemies ahead of you as the magma quickly cools around that area, covering the boat and the ground around it in a brittle stone, or brittle rock. You all take deep breaths. John, you're the first person to hear a kind of labored, slow from behind you. Assuming y'all could hear the clap. I don't know if you could.
No,
Did
not.
Uh,
Do the little Discord
It's
sound
not-
effect thing.
yeah, you hear several slow claps. I mean, I know the audience heard it, but I guess its noise canceling is
The golf
sometimes
clap.
too good. You
Oh, there we go.
hear a
There it
slow
is.
clap from back here.
Garon immediately whips around to
You
look.
all turn around, John the closest, as though from this distance, and I guess not enough for an image, but you see an old lady hunched over in a fairly drab green tunic, her wispy white hair curling around her. She's probably 4.5 feet tall, maybe, as she looks to you all. Splendid performance.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm Thicket.
Hey, John's got a facepalm here. Thicket, you don't have to be nice to the hag lady we've been looking for.
We don't know that's the hag lady.
She's right. He's right. Sorry.
Who else would be out here?
I don't know.
Though you have a point. A mysterious old
We didn't
woman
know
standing
that
in the
these people would
woods.
be out here.
She smiles a kind of a wicked smile as almost fangs appear on her face as she steps forward. You make a fair point, though. After all, in a forest like this one, even the strong can't walk confidently. Especially when you would invade. Leave.
Sorry, you're the sound for me. It just sounded like you said, especially when you would invade and then went leave.
Leave.
Okay.
She's telling us to leave. Okay.
So that was my wisdom saving throw to decide if I was going to immediately attack or not. But with that leave, I will immediately use my bonus action to move my hex to her because the thing that I had it on was dead, and I would like.
The hex gains no target.
What?
The hex gains no target. It fails.
Okay.
You still have it, but it doesn't move.
Okay.
What if I don't want to leave? I like it here.
We just got here.
Gambit, hyper focus, and sense if there's actually a person there or if it's like a projection.
Make a perception check with advantage.
Perception check with advantage.
As you gently shift your hat off while no one is looking.
Aha!
Ooh.
Aha!
I believe it's through smell largely, right?
Yep.
You smell everything around, and you do not smell anything old lady or like it from that space. There is not a person there.
Garand, there's no one there.
Right. So look, you unseelie like to twist arrangements. So here's the only arrangement you'll get from me. You fight us and win, then everything goes great for you. You don't, we'll be in your swamp until it's our swamp.
Get out of my swamp!
As Garon says that, I'm just going to second wind and heal.
Fair enough. You foolish adventurers can't be reasoned with.
And there's no right sense in reasoning with one of you.
You are right. I always come out on top of any deal. So I'll make you this one. Leave, or speak the rhyme, and we can talk. Rather leave, speak the rhyme and we'll talk, or die. Choice is yours. As a smell of rotten eggs fills the air for a moment as a gust of wind passes by and her form dissipates into leaves
All right, since it's been so long, we learned something about the thing. We had to say it in the right area, and we thought we found the right area here, but then there was the ship and everything. Is that right?
You were told that you must speak the following rhyme within what is known as a fairy circle, which is a circle of mushrooms that are fairly naturally occurring.
Yeah. See,
I think you were also told that you had to cut your arm lightly, not enough to do any damage, but cut your arm.
All right, so I'm going to go over to John, and I'm going to whisper exceptionally quietly whatever you see fit to make that be. But I'm going to whisper into John's ear as quietly as possible. If you say this and lead us, you can't hurt them. We can. And that follows the letter of the agreement that you're making when you say it. You heal us, you can aid, but you can't harm them.
Okay.
If you that.
Jackie will come over. She dislikes the
Good
smell
girl,
of rotten
Jack.
eggs.
Yeah, good girl, Jack. I know. It's disgusting. We're going to get rid of all that disgusting very soon.
What's the agreement? I just can't harm them, or what?
Yeah, so you're saying I will do you no harm, so I mark my arm. So you're basically binding yourself to that agreement that they have to show you how to fight them, but you can't hurt them. So as long as you don't hurt them, we still can.
I'm okay with that.
That was like, that's out of character. The only thing is I whispered that to him, and so I'm hoping, like, that's the point here.
Can we?
Don't get me wrong. Like, Iran could be wrong, but with the wording of it, that's
rest
like
of you all
Iran's
see Iran whisper to John.
Can we short rest before we do this?
Yes.
Well, she did threaten to kill us if we don't leave and don't do this.
Well, we can still do this, but I mean, need some hit points back.
Yeah.
I can heal us.
No, I mean, don't waste your spells and such. You know.
Well, I have my what's it called? Ruby thing.
Ruby thing. What?
Micah.
What Ruby thing?
Your semblance.
Yeah, semblance. Thank you.
Yes, you do have your semblance. Oh, RWBY RWBY. Yes, you have your semblance. You can Lunar Blessing to spend HD to heal them.
Yes.
You expend a number of HD up to your proficiency bonus up to 4. Target number of creatures within 30 feet equal to your proficiency bonus 4. These creatures regain a number of hit points equal to the roll of your HD plus half your level rounded down. So you can heal 4 people for 4 HD plus... What level are you? 9 plus 4. If you'd like.
Okay.
I mean,
it's either that or, I mean, is anybody else hurt?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine too.
A quick respite would help me get a couple more spells back, so that is useful. But if
you get spell slots from a short rest.
Warlock ones. I'll unlock your tokens.
Decim has blessed me with a quick rejuvenation of spells, but a limited selection of them. So
nice. I mean, I think we ought to do. I mean, short rest. I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference to me. I didn't use any spell slots or anything.
I mean, I used 4, but
yeah, I know you used a few. So,
but I get 2 of them back, and they would be my highest level ones, and that's the reason why I would want to do it.
Do we want to do short rest then?
Yeah, short rest seems fine.
All right.
I don't know if she's gonna try and kill us.
Well, we'll
I'll
find.
stand watch.
We'll find out if she jumps in the middle of our short rest. So either way,
I could just heal him.
yeah, but you could save
Ron
that.
wants his spell slots.
Yeah, and you could save that for later. I'm saying, like, let's save resources. Also, I can Song of Rest, so anybody who does spend at least one hit die will heal an additional D6 for free anyway.
I was gonna expend Song of Rest too, so.
Only one of you can. It should be whoever has the higher bardic, and which in this case is John.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like in either situation, someone is using hit die, and we could wait an hour and do it and risk getting killed, or Thicket could do it instantly.
While you guys fight on the logistics, Doug is just going to eat one of his good berries to heal up to full health.
You eat one
I mean,
good berry
the main
to
reason
heal
to-
1
I mean-
HP. Nice job, bud.
Yep,
So we
Yep,
can
to max.
we can heal with other things. I'm saying the main reason to do it is spell slots per round.
Yeah, I'll get 2 level
Okay.
spell slots back. That's why it's beneficial.
Keep watch.
All right. Well, I'm
You don't
Song of
technically have
Rest
to keep
here.
watch during a short rest because you're just chilling, eating snacks, and tending wounds.
Just sitting around.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Gambit's walking around with his gun.
Oh,
In,
I'm,
like circles.
Bardic, short rest, or Song of Rest. So that's 4.
So anyone who's technically you're supposed to wait until people spend all theirs, but if anyone would
Oh.
like to spend HD, if you choose to, you can restore an additional 4. Though I think the only person who would be is John.
Yeah, I gotta see what hit dice I even have to spend.
Would anyone like to do anything over this short rest?
We didn't get interrupted.
Would anyone like to do anything over this short rest?
My echo is still out, correct?
It can be.
Yeah, we'll keep it out.
How many hit dice can I use during a short rest?
As many as you have.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I think that'll be good enough. You know what? I've got a ton of hit dice. That'll definitely be good enough. Alright, and then I get 6 more, so I'm down to 1 wound.
6 more?
Yeah, because I rolled... Or, sorry, 4 more. I'm down to 3.
Okay.
What's that? 3. Oops. Ah!
Okay.
3.
Anyone else want to do anything?
I recovered my spell slots.
Is anything on
Oh
my
yeah, I forgot.
graduate
I get
short rest?
second wind comes back.
Yeah,
Second wind comes back on short? Awesome.
It does. You all successfully rest. Nothing bothers you during this time as we move to 5 o'clock. Quiet
So
of the
while we're just
woods, occasionally hearing the rustle as Gambit walks around, you get a good lay of the land, walking past the old anchor, what remains of a small keelboat on the side, or a smaller rowboat. You get general bad vibes from everything surrounding this little clearing, but nothing jumps out at you.
Alright, well, I guess let's do the ritual, whatchamacallit.
Also, 1 second.
Riddle.
Those things came to life when you touched something. What was it? What were you messing with over there?
Me?
No,
What was I messing
John.
with?
John. They were after John. They came after John. He was
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was a
they were
chest.
upset with me. Oh,
It
the
was a
chest,
chest,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Can I ritually cast detect magic since I
Sure.
got interrupted
You can
last
spend
time?
10 minutes to prepare to cast Detect Magic. What are y'all doing for those 10 minutes?
Question.
Yep.
I was trying to read Rage. Does Rage also restore on a short rest? It doesn't say.
I don't think so. Pretty sure it's long rest. I'll glance at it. But...
Is it locked or is it just there?
Yeah, you finish a long rest before you can rage again. You look for it. You can't find it right now. If I can't find it, I mean this entire area is covered with cold molten rock. Or cold rock.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Including where the lockbox
Whoopsie.
was. The lockbox was about there. Kind of wedged underneath the
Gibbet
seat.
gets out his pickaxe. It shouldn't be that cold. I mean, that hard. Rock doesn't harden that fast.
Yeah. As you can see in the spell, Jocelyn, it takes about 10 minutes to just clear away a 5-foot area of difficult terrain from it. So over the 10 minutes that Thicket is preparing, you will successfully be able to get into the rock and pull out the now kind of soot-covered old lockbox that is currently locked.
pull out like we can touch it?
Yep.
Is it locked?
Does appear to be locked.
Is it magic?
Yeah, but Gambit can solve that. It's fine. Let's look.
I have knock. I think you can open. Is that just for doors or is that for?
Pardon?
No, a box. Yeah.
Is it magic, Micah?
The box does not appear to be magic.
Okay.
Checking for traps. Hold on. Yeah, 29 to find if there's any traps on that
It
thing.
does not appear to be trapped.
Is
Alright.
there other magic around in the area?
Looking around, you do not sense any magic outside of the normal for your group. Gambit deftly pulls out his thieves' tools. A couple of small clicks later on this frankly old, not great lock at this point. It easily comes apart to the point where you're actually doing it and you look at it for a second and you just take the handle of your thieves' tools and just bonk it and it just breaks open.
This lock can be opened using another lock.
Yes, we can open a master lock using another master lock.
I love the guys. But you do successfully open it. I assume you open it.
Yes.
Pulling it open, looking inside, you see on what amounts to a threadbare, moth-eaten, red little pillow that is basically worthless at this point. On top of it sits a leather headband that has different, basically metal thread pierced throughout it, as well as several different studs at places and precious stones set into it, including sapphires and jades set across the headband. And yes, Thicket, it is magic.
But you said there wasn't.
Box wasn't. The thing inside is.
Well,
Wait,
then how could I?
detect magic can just see through walls and crap?
Nope, detect
Was
magic.
the box lead?
No, but detect magic only works if you can see the thing.
I don't think
No,
that's true.
I
Let me
thought
look.
detect magic could go through walls.
Take a look.
It can do stuff, but it takes time.
Within
so
30 feet of you, if you sense magic, you can use your action to see a faint aura on any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Right, visible.
and it
Well,
takes time to go
it
through
says
stuff.
that we
Can't go-
sense the magic, but I think the seeing thing is only for the aura.
Alright, well,
Whatever.
ultimately, you can tell that this headband is magic. It's the long and short of it.
He's saying it pings now. There you go.
It
Maybe the
pings
box
now.
had residual magic left over that blocked scrying.
Sure.
Can I sense other unseen stuff?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it doesn't let you sense magic that you can't see. At least that's how I've been
But
running it.
It literally says if you sense magic. You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, you don't have
I
to
think-
see it.
All
I
right,
think
then.
that's
have to
open
see it.
to interpretation
Okay, I mean,
by the
it
DM.
is open to interpretation. You sense magic. There is magic within 30 feet of you.
Is that the only magic?
You are all covered in magic within 30 feet of you. But yes, beyond the normal, that is the only magic you detect.
Like the
The headband.
thing that was in the box.
The headband.
That's
All
the
right.
only other thing.
All right, let
Yep.
me look at it then. Hold on, let me look at it then.
It looks magical. You might have to identify
Yeah.
it. But I suppose
Alright,
with that
well,
Arcana, you've heard of headbands that do magical stuff, including Thicket's own circlet that makes him shoot fire. There are definitely other kinds of enchanted headbands. But without more, you'd have to narrow it down. You'd have to cast a spell.
All right.
I assume you take a minute to identify?
Yeah, it's fine because even as a ritual, it's still only a minute, or is it 10 minutes as a ritual?
I think a ritual only adds 1 minute.
All right. Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Well, as is identified now on the party sheet, you find a headband of intellect. While attuned to this, your intelligence score is 19 while you wear this headband. It has no effect on you if your intelligence is 19 or higher.
Nice. You know what? Hey, right then. Oh wait. You know, I remember a weird conversation I had with Thicket once, and even though I naturally want to give it to Thicket, I instead will not give it to Thicket. Based on strange conversation. And I'll say, hey, Gambit, how smart are you, mate?
I think that it should be given to Doug. Gambit has no idea if he's smarter than Doug or not.
All right. Hey, Doug, you want a headband, mate? You want to get smart?
You know that if you were to, you'd have to unattune from one of your 3 other weapons.
Oh, he may not want to.
It might clash with my outfit. No thanks.
Okay.
That's very much a Doug response.
I'm already wearing a hat.
Put it around the hat.
Yeah, but is your hat magic?
No.
Then you can wear this under your hat and it'll still work. You can still have the look of the hat and the magic of the headband.
Okay. If I wrap it around the hat, will it still work?
Sure. That's the same thing we did with
Okay.
Thicket's circlet, so I'm going to say yes. Isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in that case, do you remember how to move things on the party inventory, or should I move it to your inventory?
I guess I've been deemed the stupid one.
Dang. I mean, you don't have to be the stupid one. You just want to be smarter.
No. Honestly, I think that it would serve Thicket the best, considering all the things that Thicket does. But specifically, Maury, I'm going to go out of voice. Maury had a conversation with me about something once, and I am going to let that be. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, someone could take it from me. My intelligence is only 10. Gambit puts it on, and he starts to see colors.
No, that's
So
good.
technically, it will take an
colors?
hour before it really kicks in,
Oh.
but because you have to attune to it. But yes, you can you can prepare and see colors dramatically. It's like he starts
Taste
seeing
color.
colors, and it's not even the magic. He's just smelling the fungus.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'll look over to Sam and say,
Just Sam.
sorry. I look over to John. Sorry. Hey, listen. I think that's our best bet. If you're not confident with that, we can keep pressing on through the woods because eventually we will find them. They have the ability to warp the area, but they can't permanently alter the entirety of the realm. They don't have that much power. They are quite powerful, don't get me wrong, but if they can do that, then we're not going to be able to find them anyway. So
I think that's best chance. If worst comes to worst, I can just cast Stinking Cloud. It doesn't actually do any damage. It just makes them, retch and gives them disadvantage. So,
yeah, I do want them to vomit. They might qualify that as harm. So just be careful. I would not want you turned into a toad, for example.
That would be unfortunate. Though I could probably turn myself into a toad, given I have polymorph.
Right, but fake curses are a little bit more severe.
That's probably fair. All right. Well, yeah, I've got some protection spells I can totally deal with. Awesome. So, yeah,
Would it be
let's get to doing that Ryman thing. What?
Would it be considered harm if you polymorphed one of us?
I mean, I can't harm them.
No, that wouldn't be harm. No, because it has nothing to do with what he does to them. That's yeah.
I could totally polymorph one of us. Why would we want to polymorph though?
Extra HP, right?
That's fair.
Yeah, it's like
Well, wait, if you die, if you get down to 0 HP in polymorph, is it treated like a druid?
You go back
and
to you go back
transform?
to your other form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I could polymorph somebody into a T-Rex again. They have like a ton of HP.
Just out of curiosity, how much time would you say this has been now? 2 hours, 3 hours?
Hour 20, hour 30. So it's probably close
That
to
is very-
5:30 now.
That's very, very generous of you. Thank you. I have 6.5 hours left on my hex then.
What time is it supposed to end?
Well,
11 o'clock? 11
8.
p.m.?
So
you cast
if
at about 4 o'clock and it's...
it ends up being midnight, it'll end at midnight.
How perfect. Not
Well-
necessarily poetic, but perfect.
Nothing to it but to do it.
All right. Yeah, just if there's anything that would cause me to make a concentration of anything, just let me know because I still want to honor that. So.
Alright, Thicket, you look around or I assume someone will look around to try and find a fairy circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all would
Oh,
be.
we need a fairy circle. Yeah.
Which, Thicket, or does anyone have proficiency in nature?
I don't have proficiency in nature.
I know you don't. Does anyone else?
That's
I have
surprising.
survival.
No.
Cool.
Nope, do not.
Perfect.
Half proficient. Jack of all trades, mate.
Cool. That
Yeah,
didn't help
same.
I do have
Alright, fine.
perception,
Each
though.
of you make nature checks. Each
Fine,
of
you know what?
You two bards
Hey,
make
hold
nature
on.
checks.
Micah, you gave me something. I'll do it. Boon of skill empowerment. I will go ahead and have myself with the proficiency for it then.
Perfect. Go ahead and make a nature check.
So, let's see. My proficiency is currently 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click the +2 button and roll my nature as though I was proficient. There we are. 22
It wasn't
proficiency.
triggered during the fight, but you got but look around, John, you can tell there are some thorny looking plants that are growing around the edge of the boat. And not just here, but in the forest in general. And Garan, you look around as well. Yeah, you see there is razor vine, among other things, spread around this forest that are fairly dangerous, with razor vine being extremely blade-like thorns that can very quickly slash into you, and people have known to take severe damage from falling into it. Granted, those are commoners, but it's taken lives before from people walking into razor vine.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's good to know. I will be pointing that out then as I find it as we go along.
Yeah, with that
Now
much,
that
you also looking around. The smell of eggshells and similar, almost like burnable smells. You look over and you see, over in the water over here, this like slight bubbling that you don't know exactly when it would happen or what would cause it, but you get the sense that there might be some gas bubbles in this swamp that if you get flame too close to, might just explode.
Right. Well, it's a good thing that we fought this fight on dry land and that magma explosion did not happen close enough to one of those. So that's good. I will say. So listen, I know that you might have the chance to do more fire damage with that, and also Thicket, your scorching ray. Please do be careful of any bubbling areas. All right. So, but there's no immediate fairy circle
No
anywhere
immediate. Looking around for a fairy circle. Thicket, make a survival check because you'd be the best to find one. Nature's to know the stuff is. Survival's to find where the spot is. Yeah, I don't have one on the map necessarily because I didn't think about doing one, but you would be able to, over a couple of minutes, find somewhere where a circle of mushrooms stands.
All right. All right. Well, if you're ready, and I'm like kind of like hinting that I think that it is the best idea that we can hope for is for John to be the one to do it, because the other 4 of us tend to do the most damage.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly geared towards spell damage or anything.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like you're more like some support and control and stuff. So I figured.
Yep. All right. So, everybody ready? Yes, no, maybe.
Yup.
Do it.
I will take silence as confirmation. All right. Which is 3, I call to thee. I will do you no harm. I'm going to cross my fingers. So I mark my arm. Where is the... I need a knife, don't I? Cut my arm. Show me no wrath as you mark the path.
You cut your arm, I assume?
Yes.
You don't take any real damage from it. Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Where'd it go?
Hey,
There
spin
it is.
first. Oh wait, no, you're a bard like me. Never mind, you're fine.
You feel, despite the fact that there's no change in the air or anything, no one else notices anything magical happen, you feel this almost slight squeeze on your heart.
Oh. That feels different.
Holds for a moment, and then you don't feel it anymore. It's gone, but you felt something change. And your eyes are drawn toward the southern area down here as you see, as the wind almost seems to shift, the trees there begin to pull apart slightly, showing a path before you. In one moment.
Yeah, out of character, I think John should err on the side of caution. I don't think that he should do anything to them. I think he should either heal or aid or support, or like no, like just nothing against them, because that they could classify as harm. Helping us is not the same as harming them, and that's where I think that's where I think your loophole is.
Yeah. Mikey, you said you're back.
And back.
Okay. Guys, look, a path.
You lead the way. We can't see what you see, so we'll stay close right behind you.
Into the thick of it.
So I think we should two on flank. I think you should have 2 around him. Maybe, like Gambit right behind. Maybe Doug on one side. Maybe like this, like that, like that. Oh wait, I'm off by 1. There, like that.
Okay.
I have enhance ability prepared. What should I enhance when we're ready? Charisma? For
Well, that's only
you
for,
and John.
That's only for checks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad thing, or wouldn't be a bad thing.
I don't know. I guess if you wanted to, if
I think charisma is probably the best thing. Yeah.
If we're gonna try to talk to him at all first, I don't know, but
enhance ability lasts an hour. Is that right?
Yep.
Maybe hold off until we actually find him.
Okay.
But I guess we follow the path.
All right, you follow the path with John leading.
Follow the yellow brick road.
As you go through bits of mud and water, as it seems to be taking you southward, eventually getting to a more clear and less watery locations. It feels slightly more open, especially to John, as it takes a sharp left turn, leading you east now. And this is after about an hour and a half, as it reaches about 7 o'clock. The sun begins to work its way down, as you could probably squeeze another hour, maybe hour and a half of daylight out. Would you like to keep going?
I mean, Why not? I mean, it could be around the next corner, right?
You continue
Yeah,
working your way eastward for another hour. Even with this path seemingly open to you, the sponginess of the grass and the creaking of wood around you. Occasionally foul smells or seeing animals in the distance, but nothing approach you. For a moment, John, you think you see a large... what looks like... how best to describe this? This bulbous mass of vines shifting along the forest floor in the distance, but you lose sight of it. As it gets toward 8:30, as the sun begins to set, as you continue to move through the woods heading east. You have no sign that you are close or there. It's getting dark. Would you like to continue?
What do y'all think?
Do we all have night vision? Except Gambit?
I'm pretty sure. Well,
I'm pretty sure John is the only person who does not.
what? I
Oh.
thought I did. Oh no, I'm a light
Yeah,
one,
you
aren't I?
are a light Etheria.
Yeah.
Etheria, I think.
I mean, we have a torch, right? Or
Or
something?
A light form or stardust Etheria. You
Yep.
get out torches if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if everyone else wants to keep pushing and not like,
Yeah.
long rest or something overnight, but
We might all have to make the deal.
Or we have to try to find them again. If they're powerful enough to keep it even after that, I don't know what we're gonna do. So, and I'm not gonna make that deal because I 100% will harm them. So.
Are you continuing?
I think we should. I think it doesn't matter what time of day. I think if the worst case scenario, they're night hags, but they're not likely night hags because it's more of a swamp than it is a forest. Night hags tend to like caves and forests, and swamp hags are more like this. So,
What was the thing I was using last time we were playing that was like it was commune with nature, trying to see.
Trying to ask particular questions about the area you were using. I believe it was commune with nature. You asked if you were near hags, if you were near, I think it was any landmarks, no, specifically you were asking buildings, and you justified building as something with wall or man-made structure, which is why you sensed a broken shipwreck. You were looking for hags and man-made structure.
I would like to use commune with nature to try and sense hags.
You currently do not sense hags within the... How far radius is it?
3 miles.
You do not sense hags within 3 miles. You can tell, and I know we did general feelings before. You get the general feeling that the forest recognizes a fey power northward from where you are now.
Well, I guess I flame on my sword and let's keep going.
Right, because you don't even need the torch. You can just flame on.
Yep.
Oh wait, the radius is 300 feet, and then the general knowledge is 3 miles.
Still, you're taking the time to cast it. You would get the 3 mile. You're
But
not close to one. As you continue on for another hour, getting close to 9 o'clock, the path curves northward, and as you continue to walk down where the tree archway is leading you, the first person to notice it would be Thicket, as you hear a gentle and beautiful sound of singing in the distance. The rest of you not long after would be able to make out it as well.
Enhance ability.
Is it a siren?
Yeah, it could be. That vile creatures tend to flock together to pick at and fester and harangue together. But it's a good sign if it got us into north and we're finally going north, and now there's something that's different.
Where did you say the singing was coming from?
North, down the path.
Is it just like we just hear singing? Or is it like singing that's drawing us in?
It's gorgeous.
Okay, so it might not be a siren. The sirens sort of have that effect, don't they?
Yeah, but we also
tempt
might
you
be
to come
too far,
closer.
we might be too far away. You might have to be close enough to be affected by it. But lead the way. We've come for the sword. We're trying to save
Yeah, I guess let's
Vacua.
investigate.
These hags are in the way. So
Let's investigate then. John will lead the way with sword drawn towards the
You
singer.
find a small land bridge passing between two large bodies of water. As you get closer and closer, you are probably 60 feet away, as bathed in the moonlight, you see a beautiful feminine form, seemingly made entirely of water,
It is a siren!
shifting around. Let me find the right art. Where are you, art? I do have art, I'm certain of it. Wherefore thou art, thou?
Wherefore art thou art?
You see a beautiful woman, the moonlight that's begun to shine through the treetops, reflecting through her and around her, as the water in her shifts, constantly flowing around as she sings into the night. As you see this creature.
Oh. It's Tefiti.
Restore the heart of Tibiti. Find Maui. Whatever
Anyways,
the words were. I don't know,
Detect good or evil?
I have detect magic,
You're all roughly about 60 feet away.
but
now.
I'm already concentrating.
Go ahead.
Does she look to have noticed us?
It doesn't seem to have.
Let's see.
Can I say hi? I ask the party.
I mean, if you want to, I was just going to jump in with a performance and try to ascertain which side she was on.
Hello.
Does she respond to Thicket's help?
Call out, hello. You see her glance over to you, kind of shifting her watery hair, and she continues to sing. She brings one hand up gently, kind of very slowly waving it over like, come.
Alright, I'm clicking advantage. I'm going to
I'm going to
pull
share a
out
map
my...
just in case it becomes relevant.
Just in case.
Just
so you get an idea of what the area looks like. I guess. Can you see anything, Sam?
I see
No.
black.
No, it's all black.
I need to add a torch
There-
effect
There it
to
is.
Sam in particular, so that he can see and have the sword count.
I mean, none of us can really see very much.
Yeah, none of you can see super duper well, but you can see.
All right.
Dark vision
And
doesn't even let you see colors, so
where is she in location, like within relation to where?
That little
Where we are?
outcropping, and I'm about to hide her, so you can see.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a torch. Where that on
Do.
There you go. The feminine water
Okay.
creature sitting upon a log at the edge of the water over here.
Does she seem evil?
Make a
Vibe
vibe
check.
check. I guess that's insight. Make a vibe check.
And Gambit also vibe check.
No, she's your new bestie. Anyway.
Thicket, can anything this pretty be evil? Gambit, make a vibe check.
Good question.
Can anything this pretty be evil? Can anything
Gambit's
that,
like,
I want.
can
I wanna
anyone or
vibe check this
anything
thing.
that sounds
I'm going to marry this water creature.
why is
Nat
it
20, let's go.
kind of weird? But it's like showing on my side like there's a barrier to the vision, like right
Yeah,
here.
it is really weird.
I don't know why that's occurring.
yeah, it's
I
like a
mean,
call.
Yeah,
There we go. That
that's
looks
better.
That's
there we
awesome.
go. I had to forcibly
Alright,
reset it real quick.
While they're all trying to vibe check her, I pull out my my loot, and thanks to the advantage from Thicket's spell, drop a 25 performance, and I start singing about hags use people, elementals can work with them, and I'm actively trying to find kind of lead the song towards I'm playing alongside her singing, but I'm also trying to change the song direction and be like, where you at, yo?
I did.
Are you
insight
with
her.
us or against us?
John, with your insight, how can anything this pretty be good?
Oh, wonderful. So
Ah.
the insight check is absolutely useless.
Your vibe
No,
check
no,
is
it wasn't.
big
No,
no.
His was
You
the
missed
opposite of ours.
What?
I
just
said
missed
for
what he
them,
said.
how can anything this beautiful be bad?
Oh
For
yeah.
you, how can anything this beautiful be good?
Oh, got it.
You get the
Yeah, that makes
opposite
sense.
vibe.
I don't like this, guys.
What? What do you mean? She's so pretty.
But Fizadel was really nice.
Yeah, but Fizdale was a protector.
Eh,
She serves the hat. You see.
We don't know that.
Did none of y'all's mamas teach you that the devil uses catchy music?
I don't
I
have
the
don't
a
same
mom.
thing.
know. I got separated by my mom from my mom in prison.
I forgot I'm dealing with a whole bunch of orphans.
I'm not an orphan. I think she's still alive. I think.
You really are the only person in the party that has any real contact.
I know.
Doug doesn't have a mom.
Like-
Thicket doesn't have a mom. Gambit hasn't seen his mom in years. Garon's mom is presumed
I don't have
dead.
a mom or a dad.
I'm the only one here with a good parental relationship right now.
True.
The moon
Well,
gave
if you
me
think
my
about it,
name.
Thicket, the moon is kind of your mom.
Yeah, we could ask the moon.
I don't
Hey,
think the moon will
Yeah.
be too
Alright.
helpful
Dear
right now.
moon mom,
hey, John.
is this water lady evil?
John,
Dear
you
Chunga.
right? You got. I will go.
I can't hear you, Garon. The girls are giggling too much.
The boys are giggling because of how cute she is. But look, so I will go ahead and move over my brain.
Move over where?
He is going to
Boom.
affect her just in case. Disadvantaging
And
her charisma.
I'm gonna blast.
Oh, you're taking a shot? Alright, make an attack roll.
For sure. Do I have advantage or no?
No.
Okay.
She is not surprised.
Yeah, I didn't think she would be, but I still, figured I'd try to find out.
That is a hit to deal damage.
Wait, how does Garan know, like, to fire, to shoot?
When John said, "I don't trust this," that was enough for him. Like, he's not trusting his own judgment right now. He's going with the fact that the most likely person to know what's okay and what's not is John, because we didn't make the pact. John did. So as long as John doesn't hurt them, then we can do whatever we need to do.
Okay.
So that
I think also Garan's on like short fumes because it's hag territory.
Yeah, there's that's the other thing is like this was drilled into his head as a kid. There's just certain fae you don't mess with, and these are one of them. And so he's not even putting up any chances. So as soon as anybody's like, "Nope, I'm not good with this," he's like, "Bet."
I mean,
you're taking a
is this
second
a
shot
fae?
too.
Does it?
Okay, are y'all going full?
Well, yeah, 'cause it's
is everyone attacking, or is it just some warning shots that are going to hit her?
I think
So far,
and
but-
I think Gambit at least.
Gambit and I are talking about Chunga.
Yeah, we're talking about Tonga, and I don't know. She's so pretty. What are you doing, guys?
So,
Do you
as soon
think
as these
Chunga's my mom?
strike into her, blasting away bits of water, seeming to hurt her severely, very fast, she immediately stops singing and leaps into the water. And as she touches the water, she seems to, like, disappear into it, becoming indistinguishable from the water around. And immediately after, there are two splashes, large splashes from here and here, as you see large tails splash, and then water begin to shift as two things move that a ways, seemingly following where she jumped.
All right, single file. I'm pretty sure that they're going to try to attack us at some point as we cross through this. So be ready.
If Chunghwa is your mom, I'd be so jealous.
As you move
What if
forward,
What if Chunga is my mom and Hoyi is my dad?
I
Single
don't
file.
know if I would want to have parents that are divorced.
Well, they weren't divorced. They were separated because she got immortality and he didn't.
as you move
Did
forward
she
and through the
manufacture
area,
that?
you carefully look around as the two boys are talking about a play or story you've never heard. Or at least the narrator's never heard. You are not disturbed as you watch carefully, as it seems her and whatever was with her have decided it's not worth the effort.
Good. That works for me.
As you pass by and
Yeah,
continue making your way north, how long will you go? It is 9 p.m. right now.
Rund is the ultimate alpha male.
Right now. Very much, but this definitely bothers him, so.
Guess shot across the bow scares water creatures. All right.
I mean, it does when you do
let's
90% of their health in 2 hits.
Into the thick of it.
On the plus side, that means I won't get my brine back. for you, Micah, on the plus side.
It's true.
What is
so she
brine?
is carrying it away.
Brine hex. It's my altered hex.
Yeah, it's altered
Oh.
hex. It deals acid damage instead of necrotic. As you move forward and out of the area, how long will you go?
Until we're worried is Garon's vote.
Pardon?
Until we're what?
Until we're worried about exhaustion is Garon's vote.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Alright, it's An hour passes. 10, 11, 12, and about 12:30 you finally arrive at something more interesting as you go north. Occasionally you see, John, out in the distance, more creatures, sometimes large, sometimes small. You sometimes see animals, you sometimes see what looks to be large snakes slithering along the ground before disappearing back into the water. As you all move further and further forward, you come upon an open area. Still bits of water. It's not purely in or out of the water. There is ways to get through, but there is quite a bit of stuff covering the ground, and you would have to intentionally step to avoid the water. Grab my note. You come upon a fairly quiet area. The moonlight shining pretty clearly, giving you a good vision of the area. The area is pretty empty. The one major thing is that you notice on the north side of the area, as you follow what amounts to be a path, you see a small, I say small, fairly large, stone table, cracked in several places. 10 feet long, 10 feet wide and 5 feet deep. Set upon the table is a marble bowl. How close will you get as you see there appears to be something small sitting on the table as well, but you can't make it out from the opposite end of the area, as the clearing has 120 feet. Make a vibe check. Make an insight check from this far away.
Insight!
Woo! Massive vibes!
Ticket, bro, you're like doing so bad.
Ticket, you
can't even see above
anything.
The table.
Doug, you can't tell anything of interest.
So different from the woods
cracked,
that I grew
but
up.
it's an altar in the woods. Of course it'd be cracked. John, you see there is something small standing next to the bowl. It's hunched over form. You can't see much, but you can see a little bit of the glint of the silvery white reflection off of its fur. Whatever this small animal is, with these beady red eyes
on top of the
watching
table?
you. Yep, standing right next to the bowl. It's beady red eyes watching you from across the way. Gambit, you see this as well.
Oh.
Is it like bad eyes?
It's beady, creepy red eyes in the darkness, 100 feet away, on top of a stone altar.
I stick my tongue out at it.
100 feet away.
Yep.
But it can see me.
You're on one side of the clearing. It's at the other. Would you like to approach?
Slowly.
Yeah.
You very carefully move by with Garon, despite the tiredness that you're beginning to feel. You see several spots where the water is, where occasionally a large bubble will pop, and the smell of gas will assault you. You keep moving. Presumably, you would nudge John to temporarily turn off his sword when close by before moving further, and once out of the range, turning it back on. As you come up to this altar, fairly dry, given the lack of rain and everything recently, it's kind of sun-bleached the stone. This deep gray, these old indentations carved into the sides. But it is there, and it stands. This marble bowl. You can see... You can't see super well in this moonlight, but as you bring the fire up toward it, you can see this reddish stain on the inside and the sides of the bowl.
So not
red,
snacks.
not brown.
It'd be more of a dark brown. Dark brown, purplish.
Purple.
I don't know. Probably not purple. I'm trying to think of, here, help me describe the color of dried blood.
A very dark
Black
red,
and brown.
almost brown.
Yeah, it looks.
that.
It's gonna look like rust.
It's almost rust color. Let me see, where is the right picture? Why can't I find my pictures today?
I watched an episode of Psych that taught me the colors of dried blood.
That does make sense. As you would see, standing next to the bowl, this creature.
Micah, I love you, bro. Monty Python is awesome.
Hey, Thicket, if it's your sibling.
Higher than
Throw
that.
the holy hand grenade!
It's Chunga's pet rabbit, Jade.
Who the
Chunga's
frick is
Jade Rabbit.
Chungus?
Chunga is the
speaks.
moon goddess.
The rabbit speaks.
Your mom?
Yeah, screw the gods.
Rabbit speaks.
Screw
It's
the
the
gods.
moon goddess.
Are you
Anyway.
from Minecraft?
What's Minecraft?
Oh, I forgot the bunnies are get angry in Minecraft.
That's actually a
It's a mod, isn't it?
It is.
no,
Oh.
it's folklore.
There are mods though that do it.
Oh.
Anyway,
It's
Whatever.
a creepypasta.
I've had some creepy pasta.
When there was a mod.
You.
So-
There
Probably
probably
someone
is.
has
What do you
made
say?
one,
Odd.
but it
He
started as a
points
creepypasta.
toward.
Oh.
He points toward John. You. Make a sacrifice. One that matters.
A sacrifice. Sacrifice that matters.
Why do we have to?
So
you
that we
want to
can see
find
the
the
hags.
witches. Make my night.
I can't think of
They
a good
get make-
sacrifice.
Would be the right. I mean, I guess it'd just be a vibe check. If you'd like, you can make another insight check. Something feels very, very, very wrong about this bunny.
What's your name?
Did you hear that? I don't know. It didn't light up. Hask.
What?
Hask. Hask.
Ask?
Hask.
Ask.
Okay.
Like H-A-S-K?
H-A-S-K.
Okay.
Hask.
Ask what?
If
Hask
a bunny
again.
could roll its eyes,
Are you sure that we have to do this sacrifice here?
where else would you find an altar?
Probably where the hags are.
What
Good
counts
luck
as a
finding 'em.
meaningful sacrifice?
We could
But you didn't
sacrifice
answer
the
my
bunny.
question.
One question at a time. He looks between Thicket and
What?
John.
What did John ask?
I asked what counts as a sacrifice. That matters.
That's for you to decide. But you will have to satisfy.
I want to see if they're lying.
Insight check.
Please be good.
Who knows, man? Creepy little bunny. As for you, because this is where you make the sacrifice. Them's the rules.
Are we lying about that?
Doesn't seem to be.
Are you
Is
servant
this-
of the witches?
Pardon?
Are you a servant of the witches?
The hags.
What?
Ideal.
Whatever. Okay, that's good. Good to know.
Is this your
How far away are we? from
regular job?
him?
It pays in ways that I like.
How close are we?
Close enough to make a sacrifice.
I was asking the DM.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like,
'Cause,
physically,
like-
how close are we to the bunny?
To the bunny? How close
Oh.
do you want to be? There's about 10 or
The bunny.
15 feet between the edge of the altar and the water that's nearby. But if you go around the water and keep going, you can get as far away as you want to be. I assumed y'all are like
I mean, how?
10, 15 feet away at most.
Oh, okay.
Because you'd like approached enough to have a conversation. But if you want to back up, you can.
Well, I'm gonna make a split-second decision and see if this does anything. I am going to throw one of my fireball beads to a point that is on the other side of him, so that we're not caught in the blast.
You want to hit him?
Yes.
Go ahead and... Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
It's a dex save, actually.
Roll damage.
Okay.
Just mid conversation. Fireball.
I've been waiting to do that forever.
So I just started blasting. I saw someone post that. Now you get the. So I just started blasting.
Thick as him. You're like, what kind of payment do you get? And then he, boom.
There's the
He's a bunny and have that much
As-
HP.
There
Here's
is
your
a
payment.
pretty significant area of wood and bits of trees that are lit. These old logs that are begin to burn in part of the area. It likely won't spread due to how wet the area is with the swamp and everything, but you've made a little bit of fire and a little bit of light. As it explodes, he sees your movement and he will leap off of the table kind of in your direction away from it. It still does singe and burn him as he lands, but it doesn't catch him as close into the blast as he did succeed on his save, taking 11 points of damage. He will then move back over and jump back onto the table, still singed, and begin to paw a little bit at the burned fur.
So anyway, what kind of payment do you get?
I was hoping his sacrifice would count.
I get the offering. You were hoping his sacrifice were gone? I mean, you could keep trying to kill him. He took damage.
He did take damage.
What happens if we don't?
Good luck finding them.
Yeah, that he's basically implying we need to make a sacrifice or we're never gonna find him. Which
Why
is,
do you have to be here? We
I
could
made
just
a
make the
deal.
sacrifice without you here.
I get to decide what's a worthy sacrifice. Did that go through?
Yes,
Yeah,
it did.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how to respond.
thinking, yeah. What is a worthy sacrifice?
Do you have an item that you really like and don't want to get rid of?
So,
Hmm.
first, perception on the point of Garand. Second, if you would like to take the week to think about it, we can wait. or you can make the decision tonight and we'll leave off with the consequences.
What about the Resolute Thorn?
What's it worth to you?
It's kind of my whole motivation as a character at this point.
He's
Or
asking.
represent my... Oh.
Asks.
I don't know. It's kind of...
Or were you asking
kind of...
me, or were you asking Hask?
Well, I don't know. It.
If you're asking me, I mean, it's important to you.
Yeah.
It'd be a sacrifice. Yeah. It means a lot.
It's sort of the representation of my struggles and my motivations nowadays.
Mm-hmm. So what are you really giving up? A symbol?
A reminder.
If you think it's a worthy sacrifice, make the sacrifice and I'll decide. Also, Garand, make a perception check.
Alright, I will... Let me see here a second.
Does it just go in the bowl?
Am I allowed to make one as well?
Sure, both you can make them.
Let me go ahead and use my last 2 boon and skill empowerment to give myself extra...
Oh my gosh!
That's like your 4th nat one tonight.
Well, I think it's actually my 2nd or something, but I've rolled like under 5 several times tonight.
Alright, I gave myself proficiency and expertise in it. So I used my last ones for the long rest. Oh, terrible.
Ooh, sorry, man.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so neither of you noticed him looking at Jackie.
I was thinking it, but it's not my dog to offer.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. There's no way that that's happening.
What
No.
if
I would start blasting again before I gave Jackie.
I figured, but that's what he's looking at. Put it in the bowl and
So what happens if...
Doug was asking.
So what happens if the offer is... Yeah, so like what's... So hypothetically, if this offering is not pleasing enough, what happens? 1, to whatever we're offering, and then also 2, to us.
All sorts of doors can be opened.
That's ominous. Yeah, I put the...
That is typically how doors work.
I'll put the pin in the bowl and then touch it with my...
cat.
You're a very creepy bunny.
I try.
Okay, that was creepy.
All
right.
What does incapacitated mean in D&D?
Incapacitated means you are, I think, like restrained, maybe I think unconscious as well. I'm not really sure. I have to look it up. As you, assuming no one stops you, and you do place this Resolute Thorn, this symbol of who you were.
Incapacitated means a creature can't take actions or reactions.
So, I mean,
would you like some time to think about it?
I think Doug is just going to do what he did, like, in a former incident where he kind of just makes these, like, baseball signs and just kind of tells people, like, hey, like, gather around. I think, who's he beside? Was he beside Garon? I can't remember.
Something like that.
Yeah,
you could
so
pull
he's
them
just going to
away
list...
from Hask, and you could pull everyone away if you wanted to.
Yeah, and he's just going to be like, so when the white memory was restored, I can cause the creature to relive some like memories and potentially incapacitate them for like a minute. Do we think that's enough time to like potentially have this being be the sacrifice?
I love that idea. Doug, I have never valued you more. And I kiss him square on the side of the face. I give him a brotherly kiss on the cheek.
I don't think it would count as a sacrifice because it's not valuable to us.
I mean,
But, I mean,
he values his own life. It might be a sacrifice enough.
But the
But, like-
bunny's not the one looking for the hags.
But the bunny is the one that decides what's valid or not, right? So like if we get rid of the judge, then like there is no more
But then the question is, if we get rid of the judge, do we soft lock the game?
Yeah, if it doesn't work, then where are we at?
I mean, I guess I guess we could start the Star Wars campaign.
No comment.
Guess we just go look for a spear somewhere else.
Technically, you can't truly soft lock. There are other ways, but
Yes,
continue.
I know. I
You're on
mean, do
all
we
in.
want to kill the bunny or not?
Ron is all in on Doug's plan.
Who's killing the bunny? And how are you
The
killing it?
bunny. Oh, I've killed the bunny.
well I mean I've been it a very long time in D&D.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's 10 rounds, yeah.
So I was thinking about making them do the wisdom save, and then if they failed, then we would proceed with killing, and if they if they failed, and then if they succeeded, then I guess we'll do the sacrifice.
The Resolute Thorn.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about saving the memory for the hag, but
I mean, he didn't seem to take offense last time I tried to kill him. So, it's worth a shot.
like maybe that's cause for concern, the fact that it didn't seem to like phase him, like to become hostile.
Yeah, maybe he could just come back. Who knows?
You guys could try it.
Might as well. Worst that could happen is TPK.
Don't worry, the moon will save me.
So what are you doing?
Doug's plan.
Wait, so
You all step back
it just
up.
says
Huh?
what did you say?
You all step back up, and I assume you mean fracture memory.
Yep.
For the
Like it will
record,
be like, so do you get a lot of visitors here?
it is capacitated for 1 minute or until they take damage, for the record, but it still at least gets you a
Oh,
big
yeah, yeah.
surprise round and big attack, so there's potential benefit. I mean, you can still do
Yeah, we
that.
can all time.
What was that?
We could all ready and strike at the same time. Therefore, everybody would have advantage, and then it's an automatic crit if you hit.
Can we do range so I can do another fireball? Because I can do a lot of damage to the fireball.
I mean, yeah, I could ready my bow.
I think you have to be within 5 feet, and then you'd have
In order to crit.
disadvantage. Natural roll for your range. I think it's just everybody just stab.
Alright, yeah, I guess we could all. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's a bunny. How many hit
John-
points could he have?
I have
Doug, you walk up and You produce the effect the first time, as there is the flash of silver in the moonlight off of the blade, the memory iron flashing across its eyes, and it does not move. It ceases, it stops, it says nothing. It is standing perfectly still.
Oh, did it even do the save?
Not that you know of, but maybe.
Because don't I have to, like, prompt it? Or no?
Normally, but in this case, not hidden.
All right. Well, I think we all just strike and see what happens. But
Yep.
You
only if everybody's
all
on board.
strike inward, your various blades clattering against it. I assume Doug using the White Iron Memory, John using Fire Sword, Gambit using
Sneak.
Gun.
You just shoot it straight out. Goran stab. Thicket.
With that,
Thicket doesn't attack.
Thicket just stands there. As you all
Thicket can't
strike
reach the
into
table.
it, it does nothing to resist the bullet going clean through it, the cut striking into it, as in a moment it is reduced to pieces and a poorly flayed rabbit. Unmoving. John, you...
Didn't we just... Is it immortal? Didn't we just kill it?
John, you take the body and place it into the bowl. I assume using your sword to light the bowl.
Correct.
It bursts into flame, immediately consuming the body before dissipating over a few moments, leaving nothing but bits of blood behind. As a quiet comes over the entire area. I was really hoping you were gonna do that. As there is a loud landing sound as a tree off behind you, you turn and see a much different form on one of the branches, standing, well, you can't see its full height, but easily as large as Doug. This creature.
Oh!
nice.
What in the Guardians?
And that's where we're gonna end the
Rise of
session for
Guardian.
the night.
Nice.
We sacrificed the rabbit. He respawns into a hellish rabbit.
Yep.
I had a small, like, thinking that would happen, but wasn't sure.
Hey, I mean, it's worth finding out. And besides, maybe this will still open up the path for us.
I mean, he said it was what he was hoping would happen. Take that as you will.
That's fine.
It's a good time. It's even better on my side, because I've had creepy music playing for the last hour since the hag showed up. It's been great.
Yeah, that would have added to the atmosphere, I think.
Hey, we actually get our copper piece this time.
Yay!
Everyone gets 1,080 XP from the shipwreck fight.
What about the other one? We circumvented it by totally
That's
terrifying.
true, you did. That's a fair point. I think you deserve it. You instant horrified, which I do want to show. Where's that combat? Where's that encounter? Let me change the audio so I don't have creepy music playing the whole time. Let's breathe for a minute, right? Come on, music, breathe. There we go. Castlevania epilogue. Fantastic. Here's the copper. Bonk. Enjoy. Where's the encounter?
Here's the cop.
It's gonna be that way for the rest of the game. Where is it?
I love our session, Copper.
Do.
I mean, the sad part is, it's technically more money than he's given us on many sessions.
On many of the sessions.
It's the only money we've gotten this session.
It's okay, so you do get the XP from the encounter Gators in the house. The reason why is, as you can see on the combat tracker, there is the Naiad Sinope and the crocodiles.
Oh,
Huey and Louie. That were under the water.
Nice.
waiting
Love
to...
it.
Y'all didn't
wait, what is their names? Huey and Louie?
Yep. It's Sinope and two pet
Nice.
crocodiles. Huey and Louie.
Huey, Louie, and Dewey. Their names are supposed to Jet, Turbo, and Rebel. I could have been Turbo.
Well, I have to say, I am excited to see what happens. He'll normal rules is he's banished for a period if he loses here.
Assuming he can come back to life
Because
like
he's
that?
in his real.
I would seem it.
He wasn't in his full form then.
He was not.
If this is his form.
He was not
So,
in his unseelie form.
That was. That's what I'm saying. So like that thing was fine. Like killing it like that.
Yes.
That means nothing. It, if any, probably set him free. But now he has more to lose also. So.
True.
So again, there's different rules for different people how they do it, but like as a general way, you kill something that doesn't belong on this plane, it's kind of bound by the laws of whatever space time.
In most cases, either it dies permanently, or if it has respawning capabilities like Devils, it just goes back to its plane and respawns there over a period of time. Yeah. And it depends on how powerful the creature is. Some just straight up die. Other type of creatures don't.
Yeah.
Like elementals. Elementals don't get to respawn usually.
Yeah.
Die, they're out. Game over.
I think I may have been muted when I made my Huey, Dewey, and Louie joke.
No, I thought it was great. I was distracted.
Okay.
It was great. I don't know the reference though for that I could have been Turbo. I don't know what it's from, but I did enjoy the joke.
It's from I think it's from like an episode of DuckTales where like the mom comes back and is like, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, their names are supposed to be Jet, Turbo, and Rebel. And then I think it's Dewey that's like, I could have been Turbo. I told Donald I could have been Turbo.
Oh gosh. And congratulations, because you had someone say the rhyme, you're no longer going to wander in a difficult DC forest. I mean, you still technically can if you want to. You can go off the path.
I mean, we are wandering, so I don't know.
Yeah, this is taking a lot than expected.
Yeah, you're making a hike through a forest. It is a whole area.
Yay! We finally combated twice.
Basically like
6 months.
Dungeon, but forest-sized.
Yeah.
And rather than go room by room, you've got to go area, landmarks. Similar style of gameplay, but on a technically larger scale, but in reality the same concepts apply. Yeah. Which is why there are several landmarks that are off in the forest, like a broken boat. That if you did wander, you would slowly be able to figure out where landmarks and things are and kind of get in your bearings. Yeah, but it's forest. It takes hours to traverse. Even with the blessing. Like, big place. But I'm going to go ahead and close off the stream recording side. We appreciate you. Hope you had a wonderful time. I imagine people are going to be tired and going to bed soon. So have a lovely night, and goodbye.